Hey guys, this is Spartacus here, and welcome to my final review for Black Ops 4. Modern Warfare is coming out this Friday, which is crazy to me because I didn't expect this game to be already coming out. It feels like just the other day I was playing the beta, but of course, to be honest with you, the beta wasn't that long before the actual release date anyway. But the point is, I didn't expect Modern Warfare to come out this early, or this soon, or I don't know. Time just went out the window, you guys. I don't know what else to say, so I thought, you know what? Modern Warfare is coming out here really soon, so I gotta make a review for Black Ops 4 because once the Modern Warfare comes out, I'm probably not going to play Black Ops 4 that often, and if I do, it's probably going to be zombies, if I'm being completely honest with you. So anyway, in this video for the review for Black Ops 4, I just want to talk about the multiplayer and the zombies. I will mention a little bit of things about Blackouts, but not a lot, to be completely honest with you, just because I didn't really play Blackout that much, and my main reason for that is actually because when it comes to just Battle Royale games in general, I don't really like to play them unless they're with my friends. I'll play Battle Royale games with my friends because I think I have the most fun with that, but if I play solo, it just gets frustrating because I feel like I have to win, and if I don't, then I just feel like shit. So anyway, we're going to be talking about multiplayer here first in the video. Not sure how long it's going to be, so we better get onto it. So multiplayer, I think, was fun. You know, when this game first came out, I thought it was pretty fun. I enjoyed it. I liked the different kind of specialists we had in the game, even though most of them were repeats. And the one thing I do hate about specialists is that I feel like they're more powerful than what we saw in Black Ops 3, and some of you might actually disagree with me on that, because if you compare like the Purifier, for example, that weapon, that specialist weapon, definitely is more powerful in Black Ops 3 than it is in Black Ops 4. But you see, the thing is, not only do you have a Purifier, you also have a specialist equipment here in Black Ops 4, which is a reactor core, and you can burn enemies through ceilings, walls, floors, whatever it might be. So yeah, honestly, specialists in this game are definitely more powerful and more annoying than they were in Black Ops 3, but that's just my personal opinion. Of course, specialists play a huge part in the multiplayer. And so anyway, another thing I like to mention is that there is 150 health, which honestly never bothered me at all. A lot of people are like, oh, there's 50 more health in this game than any other Call of Duty game. I hate how people say that. It really bothers the crap out of me, because realistically, every single Call of Duty game has its own base 100% health. 150 is just your base 100% health in Black Ops 4. It's nothing special compared to any other Call of Duty game, and so they just put 150 there to make it seem like, I don't know, I don't know what I'm talking about. I just feel like it just bothers me. So anyway, my point is that even though we have 150 health, we can also manually heal ourselves, and this is something I really loved about Black Ops 4. This is a unique feature we haven't had in Call of Duty, and it's a feature that I personally like. I like how I can heal whenever the hell I want. You can have Stim Shot to make you heal faster, or even more frequently for that matter, and of course Stim Shot is kind of a crutch kind of equipment to use, if I'm being completely honest with you. But anyway, I love manual healing. You know, if every Call of Duty game from now on were to have manual healing, I would not mind that at all. I really do enjoy it. In some cases, I like it more than, I guess, the automatic healing that would actually happen to you, like in every other Call of Duty game, including Modern Warfare. And so that's something I really enjoyed about the game. You know, for the most part, the maps that were not remakes, the new maps like we've seen, like Contraband, Hacienda, those maps were honestly not bad, you know. I honestly did enjoy that map. Contraband's probably my favorite map in this game. One of my favorite maps of all time, because you can go underwater and have underwater combat. You see, I'm a huge sucker for maps where you can like go in water and like have underwater combat. I don't know. I'm a huge sucker for those maps, and Contraband is by far my favorite map here in Black Ops 4. And it's a shame to see that we saw a lot of DLC maps come into Black Ops 4 that really weren't that great. This is something that bothered me a lot. So with the original, I guess, DLC maps, and when I mean original, I'm talking about like new DLC maps that we've never played before, you know, something new to the Call of Duty series, they just weren't that good. So like, what is it, Remnant, I think it's called. It's like the museum with zombies. I think that's what the map's called. And that museum zombies themed thing, you know, the maps look cool, don't get me wrong. I like all the zombies memorabilia and all this stuff like that's related to Treyarch zombies put into like this museum map. I mean, it looks cool, like the map does look cool. but I didn't like the way it played out, and it was just way too big. Like, if you guys ever played Team Deathmatch on that map, or even Kill Confirm, it's such slow paced. It is super slow paced. It's so boring, and literally you won't even reach the kill limit because you can't even find enemies, and the timer will just run out. And oh my god, that's probably like one of my least favorite maps here in Black Ops 4. I hated how the DLC maps were just too big, and I just didn't understand that. Why did they make the DLC maps so big? And it just really did not enjoy my excitement at all, especially because with DLC maps in this game, you can't purchase them individually, at least as far as I'm aware of. The only way to get access to them is if you have the Black Ops Pass. Either you get content with the Black Ops Pass, and if you don't have the Black Ops Pass, then you ain't getting shit. You're not getting any content at all. Yet, there are some free maps in here, like I guess the different weather variant maps, but I mean, those ones aren't really anything special. They're just the exact same map with a different time of day, or if it's raining or something like that. So I don't really mind those maps. I do kind of like it does change the atmosphere just a little bit. Hacienda Twilight does play a little bit differently because they have a new room that does kind of change the way people play, and I actually love Hacienda Twilight. It's probably definitely one of my favorite maps here in Black Ops 4. Of course, it is a little bit hard to see enemies, but nonetheless, having that extra path in Hacienda Twilight honestly made the map so much better in my personal opinion. But yeah, and we got a bunch of remake maps, right? There's so many remake maps in this game. It's absurd. It really shows how lazy the developers were over there for creating, I guess, more new maps. But then again, I don't know if I should be complaining that there actually are remake maps in this game from like the older Black Ops games, just because I didn't really like the new maps, at least the DLC ones, like the ones that came with the base game itself, like Contraband or Hacienda. Like, I didn't mind those maps, but the DLC ones were just not good at all. And so another thing I like to mention is the black market. I mean, I think we can complain forever about this. I don't really need to explain how much I don't like weapons and supply drops or reserves, whatever you want to call them. Though we did get contracts in the game, which I think was a huge positive, but and it came, you know, I will admit, one thing I loved about Black Ops 4's multiplayer was grinding out the 100%er challenge. I got Dark Matter camo, I got gold camo on pretty much most of the DLC weapons I own. It's only the Argus that I have left, but I literally just unlocked that yesterday. And so, yeah, honestly, I love grinding out Call of Duty. I love grinding out the weapon camos. I love grinding out the 100%er challenges. But after that, there's nothing else for me to do, you know. And I'm also Master Prestige over level 1400, you know. And so I just had nothing left. I mean, there's contracts that keep me playing, and I will admit, contracts actually kept me playing for a little while, but that might be also because my friends were playing the multiplayer as well at the time, and so I'd always play with them. So I don't really know what else to say there, you guys. For the most part, I think multiplayer had an opportunity to be really good. We also don't even have combat records to keep in mind, which is stupid. We have to go in our stupid Call of Duty app and look at the combat records. I really hope Modern Warfare doesn't pull that same crap on us. I would love to have a combat record in-game so I can see what my least weapon uses, what my most weapon uses, equipment, score streak, all the kills I got with all that stuff, you know. You guys know what I mean. I just don't understand why we don't have a combat record in this game. Not to mention, specialists are a huge portion of the multiplayer and play a big role depending on how your team plays the objective and uses like your specialist weapons and abilities, you know. But yet we don't have hero gear in this game. In Black Ops 3 we had hero gear. I loved hero gear. I went after every single piece of hero gear in that game and completed them for all my specialist characters. But here in Black Ops 4, we don't have that. I feel like the reason why they didn't implement that is because you can only have one specialist, a particular specialist on one team, unless you're playing like Team Deathmatch, Kill Confirm, or even a Nuketown playlist. But to be completely honest with you, that didn't matter to me. I felt like whenever I wanted to choose my specialist, I was able to choose any specialist I really wanted, and I feel like they could have easily implemented hero gear in this game. I really think they could have, and it's a shame that they missed their opportunity bringing that back. And I know a lot of people hate Black Ops 4 because all the recycled content we've seen from previous games, but you know, there are some recycled content they could have brought back that people liked back in the previous Call of Duty games, but they just simply didn't. And some of the things they did bring back were kind of unnecessary, like the maps and the weapons especially, you know. We've seen a lot of weapons here in Black Ops 4 we've already seen before, especially like the DLC weapons, the AN-94, the VMP, the Argus. We saw those guns in previous Call of Duty games and they brought them back as DLC weapons. The M16, that's another one I can think of. Like, holy crap, you guys. Multiplayer could have been better. I'm very disappointed in it. It was fun while it lasted. Heist was definitely my favorite mode, especially with playing with friends. But that's all I have to really say about the multiplayer. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about Blackout. So Blackout, I honestly did think was fun. I think it was a great addition here in Black Ops 4, but I believe Blackout is the main reason why multiplayer sucked. Their main focus was mostly on Blackout because Battle Royale is trendy, you know. I'm sure they were forced to actually focus on Blackout more than multiplayer. Not to mention, I forgot about the Zero specialist. Fuck Zero. Seriously, I fucking hate Zero. That is the stupidest fucking specialist ever. Not gonna lie, I liked the idea that a specialist could like hack equipment and stuff like that. That was something I was actually hoping to see in Black Ops 4, and sure enough I got my wish, but it really ruins the way good players play, I guess, because literally just no skill, no thumbs Timmy over there, he can play his Zero, get his ass kicked, use the specialist ability and take down the high-end score streaks that the good player earned, and it's just ridiculous. So yeah, fuck Zero. But anyway, let's talk about Blackout here. Moving on away from multiplayer. Blackout, I think, was fun. It's not too bad in solos, but it's so much more fun when you're playing in a squad. Holy crap, I have had so much more fun playing with my friends in Blackouts, and that makes the experience so much better. But that's also the same thing with every game you play, no matter what it is. But for me, Battle Royale games are only fun, or not only fun, but they're mostly fun for me when I play with my friends. If I'm playing solo, I have to take things seriously, and things just get really frustrated with me, and I just have to like step away from my console. So yeah, Blackouts, it's not too bad. I like how the map did change for every Contraband stream that we got, depending on what theme it was. I did like Pandemic mode, which was basically this huge glorified version of Infected. That was really fun. And so yeah, honestly, I think Blackout was pretty fun for the most part, but that's all I really have to say because I didn't really play it that much, to be completely honest with you. And so the last thing I want to talk about here in this video is zombies, and a lot of people gave zombies shit. I mean, the zombies community just absolutely like hates this game for some reason. I don't know what it is. You know, to be honest with you, this is probably the best zombies experience we've ever had in some cases. In other cases, not so much. You know, when it comes to the Aether storyline, we didn't get new, quote-unquote, new original maps for the DLC. We got Nuketown Remake on DLC 3, and DLC 4 was, of course, Call of the Dead. And, you know, even with the standard maps, which was Blood of the Dead, which is, of course, a remake of Mob of the Dead, and Classified, which is the 5 map. So Aether maps, they're all remakes of maps we've already seen before in the past. However, the Chaos Story were completely new maps, of course, which would make sense because the Chaos Story has nothing to do with the Aether storyline. And so the problem I see with zombies as a story standpoint is if they were, I guess, wanting to continue the Aether storyline, that's what they should have only focused on. They should have only focused on one story. They should not have two stories going on the same time during this year for Call of Duty. This is a huge problem I think they had, and some of these things don't really make sense as a gameplay standpoint, because when you create your own loadout, I like the way that you can actually customize what perks you put into the map. I actually think that's a fantastic idea, but the thing that really sucks are elixirs. So elixirs, I mean, I don't really have a problem with them. They definitely make the gameplay experience easier, which I don't really like, but they did implement a difficulty feature. You can play on 4 different types of difficulties, so I'm fine with that because I can challenge myself. But with the elixirs, they are used in the Aether maps, right? Which doesn't make any sense because the elixirs are a Chaos Story feature, but yet you can use them in Aether maps. Doesn't really make any sense. What they should have done is replace the elixirs with Gobblegum that we saw in Black Ops 3. That's just my opinion, so that's what they should have done. That would have made way more sense story-wise. But anyway, when it comes to gameplay-wise, how the maps played, the Easter egg quests, honestly, it was fun. I love how they actually implemented dark matter in this, but the thing I don't like is that gold, diamond, and dark matter, of course, they're going to look exactly the same that we see in multiplayer, and they implemented this stuff way after the game already came out. Same with Blackout, actually. And what's dumb is that they should have changed the color of what those mastery camos looked like. Like, so for example, instead of gold camo, you would earn chrome camo, and you could apply that chrome camo in the multiplayer. And when you play in multiplayer, people are like, wow, that guy got chrome camo in zombies or something like that, you know? And then instead of diamond camo, it could have been like royalty camo, you know, something we've seen before, or maybe just a different version of diamond camo, like the Black Ops 3 diamond camo looks different. They could have had that. And then dark dark matter camo, they could have kept it the same as dark matter, but it could have been a different color. Like, you know, normal dark matter in this game is just the kind of reddish blackish color. It could have been the greenish blackish color. That's what they should have. And then in Blackout, it should have been the bluish blackish dark matter. And then you could have applied that camo in any game mode that you played. And that was a huge opportunity they missed. I mean, an absolutely huge opportunity they missed here in this game, and it would have made the game, for me personally, so much better. You know, I would have loved to rock my green, I guess, green dark matter camo when I play multiplayer. That guy's like, because like people will be watching me while I'm playing multiplayer with green dark matter camo, and they're like, wow, that guy got dark matter camo in Zombies. People would like say that and be impressed, like, holy crap, that guy got dark matter camo in Zombies. And getting dark matter here in Zombies is no fucking joke. It is one of the hardest things that you can do. It's not necessarily hard for me personally, it's just very time consuming. I mean, seriously, it takes up a lot of your time. I have more game time in Zombies than I do in multiplayer and Blackout combined. No freaking joke, you guys. I played Zombies so much here. I almost have dark matter camo. I don't even have it yet. And I almost have dark matter camo. All I have is the ARs left. I have like 3 or 4 assault rifles left. I need to get gold. And then I have dark matter here in this game. It's insane. But you know, it keeps me playing Zombies. And honestly, Zombies is the best part of Black Ops 4, whether you like it or not. That is just my personal opinion, though. And honestly, I love Zombies. I love doing the Easter egg quest. Blood of the Dead was kind of a little of a bitch to do, but it was still fun. Voyage of Despair was a real bitch to do. It takes me almost 3 hours to complete with my friends, but you know, it's totally worth it when you get into the boss fight. One of the best boss fights we've seen in Call of Duty history. And I don't know, you guys, I just think this is one of the best Zombies experience we've had. I mean, 4 multiplayer maps at launch. Of course, 2 of them are remakes, but you know, we've never had like 4 standalone maps at launch for like Call of Duty game. You look at, I guess, Black Ops 2, for example, right? We had Transit and Nuketown, but then of course Transit got like divided into 3 different maps, you know, but those maps were like really small. They were like very limited to what you could do, you know, but here in Black Ops 4, you weren't limited to those 4 maps of what you can do. They were like full actual maps, you know, and they were fun. I've had fun in all of them. The one thing I will say though, and I don't think anybody else disagrees with me on this, is the fact that classified Easter egg quest, the main Easter egg quest, is actually you getting to round 150, which is the stupidest thing ever. Seriously, the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Really, you have to get to around 150 just to get the cutscene. There's no other way of doing it. Absolutely ridiculous. It took the community quite a long time to figure it out, mostly because of the blue screens, right? I mean, holy crap, those blue screens at the beginning of the launch were terrible. Of course, it's a lot better now. That's another thing I'd like to mention about Black Ops 4. This game was not finished. Like, when this game got released, it was not finished at all. It did not go gold at all. There were so many problems with this game. You could tell it was not finished, which is just completely upsetting with me. And that's one thing I'm actually excited for with Modern Warfare, is the game is definitely gold. Like, when I played the beta, I'm like, I had no problems with the beta. Like, no joke. I probably had like maybe 1 or 2 encounters of like some easy bug fixes, server glitches, whatever it might be. But Modern Warfare is done. They finished Modern Warfare before the game released, and I love that about what Infinity Ward did. Here with Treyarch and Black Ops 4, this game was a huge disappointment and could have been so much better. But overall, Zombies, I had so much fun with it. I'm still playing it to this day. I'm definitely going to get that dark matter. I will get it eventually, and I will make a video talking about it one day. Of course, it'll be like after Modern Warfare comes out. But you know, this video is almost 20 minutes long. I think I'm going to end it right here, you guys. That is my review for Black Ops 4. This Black Ops 4 game, very disappointed when it came out. I honestly think this game could have been so much more. There's so many big opportunities that they missed, like for example, the different kind of dark matter camos you can earn in like Blackout or Zombies that were separate from multiplayer, right? So that's something they could have done. Missed opportunities, was not ready at launch. I really hope that Treyarch's next Call of Duty game, which is rumored to be the next Call of Duty game after Modern Warfare, I don't know, you guys. They better be ready. They better have something up their sleeves and stick with it, because this game oh boy, this game was just not ready. So I don't know what they expect with their next game. But anyway, that's it for the video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you leave a like if you did enjoy it. And of course, subscribe to the channel for more Call of Duty videos later in the future. And I shall catch you guys later.